Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Hedera Hbar, so let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So first and foremost, we are all aware of the pullback that is most likely going to be happening over the next couple days. We're watching like the 22K range on Bitcoin, as I have expressed multiple times. Now, a lot of people have asked me, well, where do you think HBAR is going to go? First off, I think that we're going to see a lot lower buys in this market going into the fall timeframe. In fact, I do think that September into October and even November is going to be fairly bearish. So like right now, my main goal, right, is I have accumulated this range for a while, right? Before we started to jump out a little bit, I've been telling you guys since like around the June timeframe, like, listen, we are accumulating. We need to start accumulating heavy as well. We have been going heavy at these bottom levels. In fact, there was a few buys on Binance US actually that we wicked down to that allowed me to buy into HBAR at some nice lows. Now, of course, we have been watching to see if we can break out to about 10 cents on HBAR. At that point, I will be watching to take some profit, and I know that that's going to sound crazy to a lot of people, like taking profit at like 11 cents or so. We have accumulated pretty heavy, so if we can get back up to about 10 cents or so, that's going to be a great area to not only take some profit but also reinvest on the lows. Now, I'm just going to do a quick warning, like, you guys do not need to follow me at all. I'm just saying, like, that is what I'm watching for, because I do believe that into the fall time frame, we will see a very bearish fall. The reason why I say that is because, like, even with Ethereum, right, the Ethereum merge, everybody's touting it as like the next best thing in this market. I think that's actually going to be pretty bearish. So I'm just preparing myself for that. I'm watching that closely. Again, bear market bottoms will not feel like bear market bottoms. We could have already seen the bear market bottom, but I'm actually expecting a nice low put in, which is 14 to 16K. I've even said this going back as far as June. But today we are going to be talking about a few things around this market. So we actually do see here. So we're doing that also with pharmaceuticals. So the big pharma is using our chain to track all of the drugs from the lab to the consumer. And this goes back to what we talked about with, HBAR pharmaceuticals and the pharmaceuticals market. We do see a few individuals here. Shout out to Danny Ide for this. Shout out to DeFi Girl as well. But yeah, there's a lot to actually really kind of look at with this. First off, here we have, blockchain versus Hashgraph over here, the Hedera network in terms of like all of the services. We even see the HBAR token as well, which, acts as two, power sources, the network fuel as well as the network protection. We've talked about this. We have addressed this as well in other videos. But here we have the low predictable fees, blazing fast, transactions with finality, an open source network built by the community, governed by, global organizations, the most sustainable public network in the space. And then over here, we do see a few other things with Hedera use cases. We do see payments, CBDCs, content authentication or authenticity, decentralized finance, audit log, decentralized identity, NFTs, and then we do see like smart contracts 2.0, EVM-based smart contracts, 15 million gas per second, modern development as well, and then we do see the enterprise applications, all of these major ones. Today we're actually going to be talking about, I don't know if it's actually here, I'm not seeing it, but we're going to be talking about one that's pretty specific to the pharmaceutical area, as we do see over here. But there's so much more to this, and I'm very excited for a lot more of these transactions to ramp up. We're going to be talking more so about it, but yes, this goes back to the 20th, and this was the breakdown of AVC Global. So if you guys don't know about AVC Global, we did a video recently on them where we kind of talked about some of these use cases, and this one was the major one. This is the supply chain market itself through pharmaceuticals. We do see, fraud and counterfeiting are widespread issues within supply chains. Hedera can help with that. Read more about AVC Global, the DOT-enabled supply chain platform, leveraging, HCS to provide end-to-end product traceability, transparency, and auditability. Now, of course, like this isn't like this one is pretty large, but we've also talked about some other, supply chain products on Hedera in the past as well, more so like around pharmaceuticals, like we do see over here. Like this is with pharmaceuticals as well in general, and this is with AVC still. So when we actually look at this, AVC Global offers next-generation intelligent supply chain platform that maximizes efficiencies, eliminates fraud, and ensures the quality of goods, delivering total protection from producers to consumers. 10 to 30% elimination of volume of counterfeit pharma reaching the market. 3% increase in revenues through redistributable pharma as well. And then 100,000 verified blockchain transactions per year through HCS. So this is 100,000 transactions per year that they are doing at the current moment in time. I think that that we could definitely bump those numbers up a little bit, but this is going to be a pretty big area. And actually, we do see the AVC platform succeeds at reducing fraud and optimizing trade finance and customs clearance throughout global supply chains. The challenge down here is like with fraud and counterfeit goods, and through Hedera, they are going to be able to see that fast finality. They're going to see the trusted timestamps, the encrypted content. They're going to be able to see the high throughput, immutability, and even the audit of events. More so, they are seeing a full-on traceability, transparency, and the insurance of the goods being delivered to their respective area. So you love to see this. And down here we do see a few images. So I just wanted to see if I missed anything up here. It was more so just like kind of them talking about a few things, but here is the image that they are showing that is like the end-to-end pharmaceutical industry in itself. So true end-to-end track and trace on blockchain with supply chain financing, and we do see this through Smart Hub and Smart Pass. Yes, we will talk more so about it. It's double digital notary through Hyperledger Fabric and even Hedera Hashgraph. We do see the legend down here, product flow and data flow, just so that you guys understand it. So we do see a few things. So here's the pharmaceutical manufacturer. We do see GS1, system to system, imported VCF, which this is the value chain finance, which also is a huge area with AVC. We're going to be talking about it. You do see it from even going through domestic, even imported as well through customs and stuff like that. They break down the entire process, as you guys do see, and we do see the track and trace on blockchain at the forefront and the center point for this through Hedera Hashgraph with even Hyperledger Fabric's help. This is pretty big. This is a huge area to focus on, and again, it guarantees the integrity of supply chains and their payment flows from producer to consumer using Hyperledger and even the HCS. I think that this is a huge area to focus on because supply chains have been hit pretty hard, especially even going back to like COVID. Like COVID did actually, like even now recently, right? Supply chains have been completely ruined. So when we really kind of look at things happening, I do think that this is a great area to focus on, specifically within crypto. I think that it's a perfect use case for something like Hedera with high throughput power. And when we actually look at AVC, their three items are the Smart Hub. I do think that they have all of them, Smart Pass as well, and then at the bottom the VCF. So I think that we broke down three of these in a video before. I don't know if I'm sure on that or not. I can't really remember, but this is a huge platform that leverages Hedera because of the use cases on this. For example, fintech for supply chain finance and cross-border payments, all on an immutable Hyperledger blockchain with auditable consensus and governance powered by Hedera Hashgraph. This is through serialized track and trace, IoT sensors, and even Smart Pass smart contracts for compliance and fast-tracked government clearances. This is for government use cases as well around a few things. So here are a few important components of Smart Hub are as follows: authentication, smart workflow, blockchain data analytics, secure storage, smart contract, IoT data import slash storage slash export, automatic electronic data exchange as well. This is going to be focusing on a few areas in regards to industries, pharmaceuticals, food, and even energy by tracking all imports slash exports and maintaining a digital record of each transaction with proper documentation and certificates, signature, and fees. And when we actually look at this, like this is going to be a very large real world use case that could possibly have the potential of hitting into like the billions of transactions a day or even a week. I mean, even a week is fine in regards to like the billions, because look at it where we are now, 2.5 billion or something like that. If we're hitting like 1 billion transactions a week, that's huge. And there's a lot to this. If you guys do want to read more about it, I can't do too much of a breakdown on this. It will take the entire video up. I did want to talk more about a few other things, but this video is already at almost like 10 minutes long. So I do apologize for how long these videos are, but there's just so much information to pack into such a short video. But we even do see the Smart Pass as well. This is through a blockchain-based smart contract that leverages the full AVC technology stack, the Smart Hub, and enables your specific transactions to move through a process and systems with authority and speed. This empowers you to host a transformative benefits through deal origination, transportation, customs clearance, and even payments and supply chain finance. This is ground truth, if you will. Again, like all of this is focused on track and trace within the supply chain area. I think that this will clear up a lot of issues, and they do talk more so about like the track and trace for supply chain finance and even banks. This is beyond pharmaceuticals, but pharmaceuticals is a great area to also focus on. But this is around a ton of markets. You're even looking at shipping documents. You're looking at, banks, finance, pharmaceuticals, food, storage. Like there's so much here. It is absolutely massive. And the amount of transactions from something like this is going to be huge. And we also do see the value chain finance. This is their gateway between AVC and MVC. It's a platform ecosystem and global financial system. It is enabling documentation, contracts, and data traditionally using or used in supply chain transactions to act as a cryptographic smart contract, allowing liquidity to flow based on ground truth maintained by the platform. And yeah, I mean, this is huge. This is a massive use case, and they even do say, like, at a time when the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic decimates global supply chains, this next generation of supply chain finance will help ensure the speedy and efficient distribution of much-needed financial liquidity across the supply chains while drastically reducing the time required for paperwork, administration, and bureaucracy. And the ability to reduce payment times from 30, 60 to 90 plus days, months to a single day across supply chains for the most critical items, such as pharmaceuticals and food products, is an absolute game changer. And yes, like, this is a massive opportunity for Hedera. And so, like, there's so much here to really kind of look at. Like, these are the three main ones on the platform, aka this is like the platform itself, but these are massive key players. And we actually do see down here, like, strategic partners, and they do mention all of the strategic partners are all working together to advance and deploy an AVC platform network and smart hub and smart pass node operations across key global trade corridors. This is going to be a global use case, and it is going to be something special. And I do think that everyone should definitely be paying attention to this use case. I know that we talked about, like, Neuron in the past. Like, Neuron is a great use case. It's one of my favorite ones on Hedera, but this one is also pretty big. And this is the nexus of physical, digital, and financial supply chains. Eliminate counterfeit products with AVC Global, a leading-edge supply chain platform with track and trace technology and supply chain financing available through an integrated fintech platform on a blockchain. This is a huge use case. Everyone that is an HBAR holder should be, preparing for something like this to go fully live, because this is disrupting a core market, a massive market that could have the opportunity to deliver, like, we're talking about like trillions of transactions a year. If we're doing like 1 billion transactions a week, that is substantial. But even if we are starting to ramp up TPS from just one use case to, all of the major use cases on Hedera, we could see trillions of transactions a year flowing through something like Hedera, which is the end goal. I mean, to me, like, that is the end goal of Hedera. So with that being said, I do apologize for this video just kind of being centered on one use case. It's just that there's so much within this. I personally think that this is probably one of the biggest use case potentials on Hedera, and they have updated this quite a bit, actually. I wasn't even aware that they have, a full-on update of this, and it's truly remarkable to see a lot of this actually being adopted in already. Like, for example, AVC and MVC has already signed a 5-year cooperative agreement with the Republic of Lebanon's Ministry of Public Health to provide its GS1 compliance system to secure its entire medical supply chain. So this is a major opportunity for Hedera, and I think that anybody who is holding HBAR should be happy about this. There's going to be a lot of asset classes disrupted by this, such as even oil and gas, mobile devices, so much here. And with that being said, like I said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, it's been Nick. And wait. Whoa, I just messed up. I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.